Hi everyone, welcome back. For those of you that are new, I'm Frank, and you'll see Stella wandering around through the shots perhaps, I don't know, given the camera angle. However, we are Geo Deepster, and welcome to the channel for those of you who are here for the first time. Today we're going to talk about what a lot of people call, a bug-out bag. The term is used in van life. It's used, I guess, in all sorts of RV type situations. My style of overlanding, I call it a ready bag, but we'll use the generic term bug out bag so that everybody understands. There comes sometimes a need for getting out of camp or getting out of your travel trailer or your RV or your van or your whatever in a hurry. And so, or there's an emergency situation. And that's really what I carry, I have a ready bag for. Also, since we do base camp style overlanding, which means we drop our GeoPro and then we explore with the Gladiator, having a bag with everything in it that we need or could need in an emergency makes it, well, first of all, it's a smart idea, I guess, right? I don't think anybody would argue with that. But also, this is mobile, so we keep it in the Jeep. Whenever we leave base camp, this is in the Jeep. And we can also keep it when we're, in the overnights and stuff, we have it in the GeoPro, just in case. Last night, we had a dramatically horrendous rainstorm here in the Pine Barrens. And so, let's say a tree collapsed and fell. We miraculously were saved, and we needed to get out of the GeoPro and head for we would get in the Jeep and leave. You could contrive any number of situations. You guys know best what you would need a bug out bag for. What kind of an emergency given your style of camping. But I wanted to show you what I do. And again, this is what I do. Doesn't mean, I can already see in the comments, oh, blah, blah, blah. Look, everybody's got their own style. That's the one thing I always say about whatever kind of camping or overlanding you do. That's your definition. That's what you do. Nobody has the right to, advice is nice, but a lot of times there's, know-it-alls that want to tell you you're wrong and put you down and all that. I'm not here to do that. So I'm going to, first of all, this is a multi-compartment bag. I'd say it weighs, 25, maybe 28 pounds. And it packs a lot of stuff that I think is important. So, it's got the straps. It's got several compartments. A very large one, a medium one, and a tiny one. Let's see, which one should I start with? Let's start with the tiny one. What's in there? Well, I have a map. In this case, it happens to be the Wharton State Forest. Now, the brochures and maps put out by the New Jersey Forest Association are nice, but they're not very detailed. That's why I have the Onyx off-road app. That's not a plug for Onyx. I'm not sponsored by Onyx. Not putting a link in the description. I don't do that kind of stuff. So, but you need something more detailed than this. But this is certainly better than nothing. And then, I don't know why New Jersey does this, but there's what to do if you encounter bears. Basically, in New Jersey, if you encounter bears, you either got to figure a way to, you got to scream at them or whatever. You're not allowed to have bear spray in New Jersey. It's illegal. So you're going to get eaten if you encounter a seriously aggressive bear, unless one of these tricks like keep your campsite clean. That's a whole nother video. Anyway, okay, so that's there. Then I have several protein bars and food bars, okay, and a pen. You never know when you might have to write home from the middle of the woods. But hey, you know, if I didn't have it, you know what would happen. Murphy would show up. Oh, let's put this back. Okay, so that's the little, and you know, you can put more stuff in there. And that's the little pouch. Now we go into the next size, and well, I have deep woods off. It's winter now. Not really a need for this, but I leave it in there. You never know. A bit of toilet paper. We all know what that's for. Right, Stella? I have a multi-tool. Again, this is something that, you know, will come in handy. It's got a knife. It's got, you know, a beer bottle opener. No, I'm only kidding. It does, though, I think. You know, different size bits for, and you know, for screwdriver and all that kind of stuff. Knives, I think I said that. All that kind of stuff. All right. And I have a set of Bushnell. These are binoculars that are, powered 7x21, which is, you know, if you're on a trail and you want to see what's up ahead or whatever, you know, whatever. This is a good thing to have. And let's make sure it's up. Oops, lost my bear spray. This is a power pack to charge. It's got the regular 5-volt USB-A, and it has a so you need an adapter. It does not have a C, so I'm just noticing that, and I'll have to get one that has a C in it, because a lot of devices these days are USB-C. All right, then I have a flashlight. Okay, it's a pretty solid flashlight. It's steel, and it has the variable lens that you can do a spotlight or whatever. Regular. Whoops. Sorry, Stella, but you were just happened to be there when I dropped it. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, a book of regular matches in a bag. You could get waterproof matches, but I guess I haven't gotten around to it. A headlamp. This is, these are, this is a USB rechargeable headlamp. So, yeah, this is invaluable, obviously, in the nighttime, in the dark. Okay. Also, you know, if people are out looking for you, search party or whatever, they'll see you, hopefully, if this is on. So the flashlight, the headlamp, and then we have what I was mentioning earlier. This is a USB-C charging device. Now, you know, if you don't have a USB-C power pack, so we have a disconnect here. I do have a few that are A on this side, C on this side, so we'll have to change that out. All right, and I do believe that is it for this compartment. Yes, it is. Okay, let's close that. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, let's put this in here. Okay. Hello. Okay, now for the big compartment. Okay, on top, and the reason it's on top is because it's something that I can just take out. When I put this in the Jeep, I can take it out and you know, leave this it's heavy, and I can leave it inside the Jeep. There is a storage compartment if I want to. So sometimes I do that. But anyway, it's in here. What this is called a tactical shovel. Now, I'm not going to put it all together and all that stuff. I'm just going to open it up and give you guys an idea of what, if you don't know what a tactical shovel is, hopefully this will help define it for you. Well, there's the shovel part, right? Now, this could be adjusted and you could use it just like this. You know, if you are, how should I say, primitive, using a primitive bathroom, 6 inches deep and cover it and all. Or you could use it I use it to cover in this holes Stella digs at the campsites or out on the trails. You dog owners know what I'm talking about. The terrier owners among you know what I'm talking about. But, with each one of these tools, so there's the shovel, you can also, it has a number of these extension shafts. So you can make this like we have 1, 2, 3 of these extensions. So what would that be, roughly? So you can make it about a 3-foot shaft, which is good. But the cool thing also is, inside of these shafts, see, they're hollow. So inside of these, you can put these tools. A spear. You never know when you're going to need a spear. It's better, if you're not allowed to have bear spray, you might need it. No, but I mean for spear fishing or whatever. And that would fit in here. I'm sorry, it goes this way. And then the next shaft would fit over the top of this, and so on. So when you have this complete shaft with the shovel at the end, all of these tools are in there. All right. So that's a spear. I'm not, they all work the same way. They are completely integrated into the shaft of the shovel when you assemble it, which I said I'm not going to do. Right. The other tools that will go in there are a knife and a serrated edge. That looks pretty wicked, right? When you're out in the bush, you need these things to survive, and I only say that, I say that seriously. No, I was going to say half in jest, but not even half in jest. Hopefully you never have to use these things, but okay, so we have our shafts here. Let me put this one back. So there's 2 tools, the spear, the serrated knife. This is an important one. Compass. What if you're out of cell range and you can't get the app on your iPhone, right? This is a good old-fashioned compass. If you don't know how to read a compass, I suggest you start learning, okay? It's pretty straightforward. But that's the shaft cap, by the way. This actually does not thread into the shaft. It threads over the shaft, you can see. So it's always available to you as you're walking through the woods. Okay, so we've got that attachment. Whoops. And this one here, it doesn't look like much, but it's a fire starter, okay, a striker, and a peen. Oops, there I go. Stella wants to eat it now. It's hopefully that's focused, and it's a maul or a peen or whatever you want to call it, and it will come in handy to break apart rock, things like that. It's hardened steel. Okay, and the fire striker. What do we have here? Now, not only does it have the shovel, but it has the axe. And again, it could be a hatchet with one for splitting wood and chopping wood and such, with one shaft on it. But if you put all three, it becomes an axe. And you can see I've used that. So that's and it has obviously the hammerhead on it. So this tactical shovel is to me is a great asset to have in my Bugout bag, because I do a lot of the overlanding exploration part of this whole thing. I do. It takes me way out into the middle of nowhere, a lot of the times. Like today, we're going out searching for some ruins, and we're going to be out on roads that are unnamed, and it's night after a storm and all that. You never know what's going to happen. So I feel better having this in my Bugout bag. The shovel in there. So that's pretty much it for the Bugout bag. Not Bugout bag, for the tactical shovel. And whoops. I think this, hello. I think this goes in here. That's that. Sorry, Stella, I really am driving you crazy on that. Yeah, I know. Okay, that back, close it up, and all of that fits into a very, very small, relatively speaking, footprint. If you had all those tools separately. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to just put this down over here on the side. Now, what else do I have? It's winter. These are super warmer value pack. It's those things you open up and they're hot packs they're hand warmers or other foot warmers or whatever. When you're out on the trail, God forbid, and you get stuck and it's the middle of winter, whatever, you want to avoid hypothermia, things like that. Okay, so we have that. Just rained like the dickens last night. There's a pair of rain shoe covers. I wear tactical boots when I'm out in the bush. However, in a lot of cases, especially when you're doing jeep recovery and stuff like that, you're in water. So these are going to go over my large enough to go over my tacticals and give me that added barrier to the water. Okay, so I packed that. Along those lines, here's a rain poncho. One of my videos, I think, where I set a base camp, or I'm setting a base camp up, or dropping a base camp, I have this on in the video. See that one on the channel. Of course, it gets hot in the summer or whatever. Here's Stella's bandana, right, Stella? Fashionista. And here's mine. I bring an extra beanie cap, or whatever you call these things. It's wool. Keep your head warm. It helps keep the rest of your body, warm. It's not going to keep your body warm. It helps. All right. I've got a life straw. This allows you, in most hopefully natural environments, especially in the Pine Barrens, there's water or whatever. You come across a creek, river, bog, whatever. This will allow you to drink that water. It's a little simple device. You need water. I have the protein bars, right? You can go without food for a while, but water you can't. Okay. Speaking of that, a certain pet can't go without treats. I'm going to say that word. She heard that and yapped, right? Okay. And then we have wipes. We all know what those are for, and cleaning and this and that, whatever. Then we have a first aid kit. Important to have, you know, especially in the woods. Trip and fall, you get, you know, you go through some thorn bushes, whatever. This first aid kit is an absolute necessity for any Bugout bag. And then finally, we have 2 radios. You might want to say, why 2? I actually have 3 because you never know where you're going to catch somebody on I was going to say online, on the airwaves. The first, and the one that's probably my favorite, is a GMRS radio. Now, you need a license for this. It's no big deal. It's $75. You fill out an application, you just send it to the FCC, and you get your license. It's not like you have to take a test or anything. But this has a certain range of frequencies. It also has the citizens band frequencies on it, and you can push a button and you go right to a weather channel, which is important to know when you're out in the bush, what's coming your way. Okay. Again, if your iPhone or your smartphone doesn't have signal, you pretty much can't rely on it for your weather reports. This is a marine radio with all the marine frequencies. Here in southern New Jersey, where we are now, you know, we're close to the ocean. I can pick up all those frequencies with this radio. So, you know, a Mayday or an SOS or whatever, you know, you don't really care. There's, you know, you can't stand on circumstance when you're in an emergency. You've got to get every frequency you can working for you. So the Citizens Band, GMRS, and Marine Band, that's, you know, so I'm all covered. And this GMRS has repeater capability, you know, for those of you that are into ham and all that kind of stuff. That's not real important. But the having a form of communication, bilateral communication, getting information in this case of an emergency. Let's say there's a fire in the forest and it just starts to happen. These things are going to be buzzing with information of what's going on, which way is it coming, which way, you know, or if there's a hurricane or whatever. Very important to have. So that's pretty much it for the Bugout bag. I hope that you all understand the need for something to be prepared for an emergency when you're out doing whatever kind of camping you do, or overlanding or van lifing. Very important. Having the mobility to just grab it and go. Design your bag, not how I do, but how you should. Maybe you're getting some good tips. I hope you are. If you are, we do a lot of these videos. We do at least one every week on an adventure or on an insight like this one, to give you an insight into how we do overlanding and camping. So hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. We sure would appreciate it. And I thank you for watching.